like I said, I try to give a balanced view of the Steelers. I'm not here to kiss Steeler ass every day, but today I will, Bob. Smooch, smooch. It was a great offensive performance, and the story today is Aaron Rodgers. 2nd and 12 used to be a death knell. Well, used to be like in the past 5 years. 2nd and 12, they're done. They're going to punt. No running game, no offense. Fall behind in a game, you're probably done. That may have changed. Aaron Rodgers looked great. His mobility will be a concern in some games for sure, but last I checked, Tom Brady never had any and certainly didn't have any in his mid-40s, but what he made up for it with and what Rodgers could make up for his lack of mobility with is football acumen, identifying things before the snap, getting rid of the ball quickly, beating teams with his brain, and just being generally smart, and also not just quickly but accurately with that hair trigger release that he's got. I'm highly, highly encouraged by his performance yesterday, and that was without a running game and without a left tackle. He did that. So imagine if those two things ever come to fruition. He's the story today in that he gives this team and its fans hope that they can win games like that against the Josh Allens and Lamar Jacksons of the world. I don't think Justin Fields is going to be that, but he was great yesterday. And last night, we saw that the Josh Allens and Lamar Jacksons of the world have problems on their own defenses. Can the Steelers finally have an offense and a quarterback that could exploit them in a big moment like a playoff game? I'm not going to say yes after one game, but I will say, Bob, that I'm highly, highly encouraged by the performance of Aaron Rodgers.
It's a dimension they haven't had since Ben Roethlisberger. Let's face it, he had the best passer rating of any quarterback on the Pittsburgh Steelers roster since 7 years ago. No one in those 7 years has had a better rating in one game than he had yesterday.
Yeah.
And that tells you what you need to know about what you talked about, his accuracy, his 21 years in this game. He knows what he's doing. He understands playbooks. He also has the latitude to change plays. I think we saw that at work. He's not adverse to throw to the middle of the field, and more importantly, the coaching staff is not telling him not to. I think this is a quarterback who, if he does get protected, which is a concern, given what we saw yesterday, and he took some brutal hits, make no mistake about it. And when you're 41 going on 42, those hits last longer, feel worse. Those have to reduce in the amount of frequency we see them. But, I mean, he was just in command of everything. And you could tell, I think, in more than anything in this game, he was motivated. He may not have said so.
Absolutely.
He may have downplayed it. But afterwards, the true words came out where he said basically, yeah, I wanted to show them that I'm not done. They thought I was. I'm not. How long will this last? Hopefully a whole season with him. If he's healthy, he can be a difference maker in a lot of games. And when you're down, I mean, in the past, it's, as you say, very difficult to overcome with some of these quarterbacks they've had. This guy can dig you out from a deficit. And I think that's the best thing that you can say about this from day one, more than anything else, is they have a quarterback who knows how to play the position at a level that we haven't seen since Ben Roethlisberger.
I mean, and that is just by far the story, is suddenly it looks like, wow, that was a mature NFL passing game. We saw a little bit of it with Russell Wilson last year. I mean, go back to that Bengals game, 44-38.
Even the Washington game. He threw a touchdown late in the game.
But I think I'm talking more about scheme matched with quarterback. I mean, how many times have all of us, even in Ben's later years, said, where's the explosion in your pass game? Where is the middle of the field? How come other teams always have wide open guys running free across the middle of the field, and the Steelers, for seasons at a time, literally never do? Well, they did yesterday. So credit to Arthur Smith and to Rodgers. And by the way, credit to those two and Mike Tomlin. And I'm not sure how the dynamic worked in game, but somebody was smart enough to say, and this hasn't happened all the time. In fact, it's happened rarely. Our running game sucks today, so how about we abandon it and just wing the ball around the field? And that's how you get 30 passes and 22 runs in a basically a one-score game for most of it. And I respect them for that decision.